Hola, friends! This is Academios! Now, Mike Stafford, the trainer for Adrian Broner, already has two guys that he'd like to see Broner face after he makes quick work of WBA welterweight champion Malignaggi next month on June 22nd at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. So, Stafford wants Broner to face either Juan Manuel Marquez or Tim Bradley next year, whichever one will agree to fight. Basically, Stafford said these, quote, "We want either Tim Bradley or Juan Manuel Marquez. These are two really wanted. We know ideally we won't be able to get Manny Pacquiao." Now, I think Stafford needs to understand that Bradley and Marquez are pretty much the same as Pacquiao as far as Stafford hoping Broner will get the fight with one of them. You know, they're both promoted by Top Rank, and it's not feasible to think that the promoter, Bob Arum, will let them get one or both of those guys in the ring and beat them. You know, even though it would be in Arum's best interest to make that fight due to the money they would bring on. No, Calabrios doesn't think Arum is going to want to risk putting Bradley in with Golden Boy promoted Broner because he's got to know that Bradley would have a very good chance of losing that fight. You know, Bradley just went life and death with Ruslan Pervodnikov recently last March, and he's very lucky he didn't get knocked out in that fight. You know, Bradley was dropped, stunned, and given a concussion. You know, Bradley is now facing Marquez on October 12th, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bradley gets knocked out in that fight. You know, Marquez probably won't have any interest in fighting Broner unless Marquez gets beaten by Bradley in October. In that case, Marquez will possibly be interested in getting a crack at Broner's WBA title, provided that Broner beats Malignaggi next month to take his WBA title. Now, the reality is Broner won't be fighting Marquez or Bradley after he defeats Malignaggi. You know, the options for Broner will be Golden Boy fighters like Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Amir Khan, Lucas Matisse, Devon Alexander, Sal Alvarez, or Lamont Peterson.